This visual represents a frustrating reality for many modern manufacturers. Smooth, glowing digital data streams are flowing seamlessly off the shop floor, only to end up crashing directly into a chaotic jam of spreadsheets and paperwork on the executive desk. We call this the data paradox. The manufacturing process itself is completely digitized, but the leadership team is still drowning in disconnected metrics. As a result, executives are forced to make critical production and financial decisions based on gut feel, rather than objective decision intelligence. There is a systematic way to clear this bottleneck. Over the next 90 days, small and medium-sized manufacturers can follow a specific roadmap to transition from fragmented data to automated insights, a process proven to reduce reporting time by up to 80%. Before starting day one, you need to establish your baseline. Grab a notepad and write down your top 3 primary software systems. Next to those, identify the single most time-consuming manual report your team builds each week. Isolating exactly where your team wastes hours copying and pasting data is a necessary prerequisite. It stops the guesswork immediately and sets the exact baseline required to start your true 90-day clock toward manufacturing ROI. Step 1 of the roadmap covers days 1 through 30, which are dedicated entirely to an internal process audit. We need to map exactly where your data originates, tracking every touchpoint from the shipping dock all the way back to the ERP system. Look at this diagram. We have 2 mismatched data sets representing accounting and sales. When they try to merge directly, they fail. To fix this, they have to pass through a semantic layer, a centralized filter that forces standard definitions across every company department, turning them into identical, unified shapes. In practice, establishing this semantic layer means standardizing the mathematical formula for a metric like revenue. It ensures that the revenue number flowing to the sales team means the exact same thing as the revenue number flowing to accounting. Many mid-sized firms try to skip this governance step and jump directly into artificial intelligence projects. Without standardized definitions, the AI processes chaotic data and outputs flawed predictions. Advanced analytics are only as reliable as the inputs they consume. Completing this foundational cleanup first is the specific mechanism that guarantees your software tools will work correctly in the next phase. Moving into days 31 through 60, the focus shifts to technical integration. The goal here is to connect your existing systems via application programming interfaces, or APIs, completely eliminating the need for manual data entry. This diagram shows how that integration works. Distinct icons for your CRM, like Salesforce, your ERP, and your accounting software, like QuickBooks, are directly linked. Digital pipelines automatically route their daily data feeds straight into a single, centralized dashboard hub. When selecting the software to serve as that central hub, look for business intelligence tools designed specifically for SMEs. You need a platform that prioritizes a straightforward interface and high user adoption, rather than an exhausting list of complex features. Once those tools are connected, the operational shift is immediate. Automated data flows run in the background, permanently replacing the weekly routine of downloading CSV files and uploading spreadsheets. With the data centralized and flowing automatically, you can begin implementing predictive sales analytics. The system starts projecting forecasting trends, actively flagging dips, and highlighting customer churn risks well before those losses hit your profit and loss statement. This level of forecasting is impossible if you skip the back-end work. Purchasing an expensive software license provides zero value if the data architecture feeding it remains a chaotic mess. A dashboard is only as useful as its inputs. Clean, automated API integration is the sole mechanism that transforms a static chart into a reliable predictive engine. The final phase spans days 61 through 90. The system is built, reporting shifts from looking backward at historical data to monitoring real-time analytics, and the tool is rolled out to your non-technical teams. At this stage, you will encounter a major psychological barrier, the formula fear factor. If a production manager looks at a new dashboard and doesn't trust the underlying math, they will abandon the software and go back to their own private spreadsheets. To overcome this hesitation, bring the dashboard into your daily morning huddles. Pull up the live numbers on a screen and have the team openly verify the calculations against their own knowledge. As the team gets comfortable, leadership needs to formally track the results. Measure how quickly and accurately you can answer a complex production question today, compared to the hours it took during the manual era. A perfect technical setup provides no value if no one uses it. Verified mathematical trust among your non-technical staff is the ultimate metric of success, ensuring the team actually relies on the data to act. With the timeline laid out, we have to look at the financial reality of executing this transformation. Budgeting for a mid-sized firm in 2026 requires looking past just the software subscription. Industry data shows the total annual implementation cost typically ranges from $15,000 to $75,000. This pie chart illustrates exactly how that budget should be structured, using a standard called the rule of 3x. The rule dictates for every dollar spent on software licenses, budget 3 times that amount for data cleaning, implementation, and training. Software rarely fails because of the code. It fails because the rollout is underfunded. Committing to this specific budgeting rule allows smart manufacturers to fully resource their transition and avoid becoming a statistic in the massive business intelligence failure rate. Look at this split screen. On the left is the frustrating starting point, an overlapping mess of manual spreadsheets. On the right is the direct result of completing the 90-day roadmap, a clean, unified interface that completely eliminates the spreadsheet chaos. By standardizing the data definitions and integrating systems directly, you achieve enterprise-grade predictive analytics, and you reach that level of insight without taking on the overhead of hiring a dedicated, highly paid data analyst. Your daily operations transition into a highly efficient, predictable network. Non-technical teams arrive each morning, log into their live dashboards, and use clear, verified metrics to make rapid and accurate decisions. The path out of messy data requires a structured plan. Click the link in the description to request your free BI assessment from Pivot BI Analytics and officially start your 90-day clock